And there we load. What's up, guys? Dr. D here. Don Davidson, MD, is known to many of my patients and friends. And we are here right in the heart of Los Angeles and Hollywood, under the Hollywood sign in the castle. We've been up since, like 6 a.m. once again, kicking butt, cleaning the castle up, getting it ready for more guests and events, and really talking with a lot of our friends like Matt here who have extensive backgrounds in computer science and marketing and AI and quantum computing and cryptocurrencies, and really synergizing our networks across the space, where I bring in a lot of telemedicine and cannabis networking. Matt really brings in a network of synergistic marketing folks, Bitcoin cryptocurrency folks. Gosh, Matt, a lot of ideas to talk about. I mean, we've been meeting so many people over the last few weeks in multiple different cities. Pretty cool.
Talking to people on the phone about potentially partnering with one of the largest subscription wholesale companies.
Yeah.
We'll be ready to announce that later once we have that finalized.
I mean, I don't really think most people understand what exactly the two 34-year-old and 23-year-old, well, 1 and 1 guys here have kind of strung together over the last week or two. And we can't forget Simon, I guess. Simon.
And Steven. And the attack ship.
And even Steven. So we're basically getting ready to go on a Mad Max trip in the Dr. D Mobile Command Center vehicle from Las Vegas up to a cannabis farm in California to visit some friends. So always a fun adventure, seeing what other strains are being grown, enjoying the great outdoors, drinking some good wine, working on supply chain.
Dr. D, what are some of the difficulties you think you've been facing as you grow your brands?
It's all just...
What are the challenges?
A limitation right now of simply cash flow and being able to scale rapidly. Usually since I've built multiple brands, there's a burn rate for the first maybe year or two, right, to get it off the ground before you can go really viral. Maybe you can go viral faster now that we're more dialed in and good with our team, right? But otherwise, you got to be ready to spend a little bit of money and have that little nucleus. And I've seen it, right, where we've built a small entrepreneurial unit with like 3 to 5 people. Mm-hmm. And, that team can manage, hundreds of orders or units or whatever you're processing a day without having some massive corporate structure.
Right.
So, I think...
and your strategy is doing it out of the mansion, like you said last night. It's to just maintain the nucleus out of the mansion.
Well, everyone wants to come visit you when you have a nice place. And, we do a mixture of social and science and education. So having the brands have a nice place to host events or meetings is nice. And it also just kind of builds like a family, right? People want to come over and hang, whether they're employees or people we're doing business with, if we have these nice sorts of places. And it's a great network.
It really accelerates your brand. I've seen that. Some people get it and some people don't.
And there's efficiencies at work as well. Some of the folks that spool up these houses, they really don't do them justice, because once you have a big operation set up like this, a battleship.
There's Steven.
You need people to help you cook in it and clean it and all that sort of good stuff. I'll put these on mute. And now we're back. What's up, Steven? Oh, I see.
Oh, you brought in a bang. Epic.
The guys know I'm fairly simple, so caffeine and weed kind of gets us going here. Yeah, so
thank you, Steven.
I think Matt, a lot of my mentality is, and you're 23, so when I was your age, I was literally like a dating coach in Phoenix, Arizona, and doing research, learning marketing tactics and social dynamics.
Were you in med school by then?
I was mainly done with med school by then, right?
By 23?
So I went into, no, that's right. No, I was in med school then. Sorry. No, yeah, I was your age. I was back in Virginia. in medical school, living in downtown Richmond near the ghetto.
You said yesterday you weren't always good at social dynamics. When did you reach that inflection point? When did it come to a reckoning that you needed to become good at social dynamics?
Well, I was given a book when I was 23 in the first year of medical school. And then I just began to run with that group. And what should we say? Got really good and well known, and attributed a lot of posts to myself, like 3,000 posts in some of those communities, and was helping out a lot. And then rose right to the top. And then was assistant coach to one of the best, or if you want to talk about like the lineage, Neil Strauss, and then his coach Bravo, and then I was trained by Bravo and some other people and ran some of his classes. So then we ran our own company, and that's probably what
Steven's throwing an Oreo at
took us on part of our journey to being able to network and get along with so many people. Certainly in the cannabis space, if you're going to start some sort of an authentic brand, some of it's science, but some of it's also fun and social. So I think that's what we've been able to really network over here so well together, right? Is maybe which side is better? We'll just go like that. Anyway, yeah. So I think all that stuff is, there's hurdles, right? And then, but that's fine. We have a great marketing engine, and we have lots and lots of partnerships now. So yeah, bro, I think it's great. We self-funded and learned a lot. And now we're really here with a really well-polished team, and we are ready to rock and roll and drop all these telemedicine brands and CBD brands and drop some THC products ASAP. So I think it's going to be a lot of fun, right? Because now it's not like we're just drifting. It's more of like all the players are in position, and it's really just a little bit of a road trip in a $200,000 freaking awesome truck with a satellite connection and some solar panels and a fridge that runs off the sunshine to visit a few more partners and basically tie the bow together, and then we begin marketing.
Have you done a podcast from the truck? Like where we sit in the truck and we could do a podcast?
I have basically done it like that. We used to, Steven's been there probably, where we roll out and we have all this gear and we just roll out a table out of the back of the truck and we deploy this shit right next to the truck and run it off the truck.
Try to do it in the truck.
Pretty epic. But yeah, we could set this shit up right on a table next to the beach.
Yeah.
Easy, right? No problem. So I mean that's part of the fun, right? Part of why everyone likes to work with us is because we're able to, promote heavily, do the science, and then also cruise around and explore California and Nevada and Oregon.
It's a fun combination of the best light science, the genetics.
Yeah, and we've been in the industry for so long, so I get like cool phone calls from people like Dr. John McKay, right? So he wants to come through this week, and he knows that I have a big database and a list of customers, and they have great products. So yeah, I mean, he calls me and hey, he's got a partner that has a bunch of products that are female oriented, so they want us to help get involved with that, which is always it's always cool to see that sort of stuff.
Talking about the data in the list, one of the doctors, you talked about some of the challenges he's facing on the business end, on the data science, and we're kind of facing an issue of how do we protect the data as well as scale out. So
we've seen a hallmark in this industry is people like to kind of take what's yours and do what they want with it. The money doesn't really follow the work when that happens, and when the money doesn't follow the work, or the work doesn't follow the money, it's unfair. And
so now we're spending a lot of time qualifying partners and just telling them about
everyone has to work on
maintaining data sovereignty of the patient's data. And
everyone has to follow our time schedule. I mean, we're the prize, right? We have all the data and the web team and everything like that, and we know that there's technology out there how we can basically educate our patients and our clients and offer them new services in a way that's legal and also protects their data and lets us also educate, market our services and things like that, and not let all of our partners steal any of our data, right? So there's never sharing we never share any of our customers' data with any outside third parties that we may be collaborating with and be telling people about that we think are cool, in our newsletters and things like that, because everybody, frankly, is a fucking thief, right? And they just steal from you. So, you have to do deals with people that are true partners, but you also have to maintain that you can enforce that they don't, take what isn't theirs. And that's just business, unfortunately.
And doing what's best for the patient.
Yeah, and doing what's best for the people that we're taking care of. So, yeah, I mean, we are staying abreast of all the telemedicine services that we can offer to our customers, right, through our network of past patients. And some of those are services for anxiety and depression. And ketamine is a trending drug, right, that has been able to show efficacy in the treatment of anxiety and depression. And that is now something that telemedicine is beginning to be able to offer people, right? And one of those things, right, remember, is access. Access for people to therapies, to drugs, and to people that are progressive and accepting of, the fact that this is a viable option for a lot of people, and don't judge people for wanting to try a safe thing like this. So we're going to be able to offer that through our pharmacy, right, as a service to people that want to do therapeutic ketamine and want to see a doctor over the internet and then get their medicine delivered, right, through the mail. So that's all legal, and it'll be very cool. People will hear about that. And I think just the whole ability to deliver different services over the internet and begin, continuing to focus on offering cool things to people, really affordable CBD products, will just create a really neat kind of engine where, we have a ton of fun marketing it, and people actually use the services a lot and benefit from them. Yep. And I think, part of the reason it works is because it's all organic, right? You have people here that are all just invested in the journey and the process of creating a cool company and a cool team in the industry, and that we all basically are living it every day. So the cool part about this show, right, is right now this has all basically just been practice. So we're all just been testing the gear for the last few weeks, months, dialing it in, traveling with it more and more. And over the next week or two, we'll start to set a schedule. So we'll be live each week at a certain time. And you'll see us coming to you from cannabis farms, from hemp farms, from telemedicine platforms, from back ends,
Look forward to demoing different platforms too. Having our customers who are interested in having tailored wellness products and telemedicine products.
Yeah. I mean, so there's lots of things we can offer people, right? And that's really what has been so dynamic and has let me make so many partners with Matt and other folks, is that people find us and they know what we've built and how effectively and how entrepreneurial we are, and how we basically will just come live on the project, right? Live on site and get it done. And that we have all the technology basically built for these telemedicine projects, or cannabis brands or CBD brands. So it's very cookie cutter for us to just turn on.
Building a new landing page.
Another brand, right? We know how to do it. We know how to deploy into a city. We know how to market cannabis or CBD or hemp products, from whether it's a super get high as shit, THC oil infused Canagar, or if it's a CBDA, CBG, CBD tincture.
So we're looking for more people to go into the affiliate.
Yeah, so Matt said, are we looking for more people to go into the affiliate network? So yeah, so part of what we have set up is a MLM structure, so you can just join right away. You can then instantly have your own store. You can sell our products. You can post them, and you get 15% of whatever you sell, then 10% of whatever anyone that enrolls under you sells, and so on and so forth. And so that's really cool because it's just a lean, efficient sales structure, and we'll be doing podcasts into the Facebook group, which is the private sales group for that
We're doing
sales
trainings too.
Yeah, so we'll be doing
digital marketing
trainings.
tools,
Yep.
everything.
So we'll be showing everybody basically how to log into your account, right? Because remember, we can do a screen share, right? So I can just click one button on my laptop, pull up my screen, and now you're looking at your dashboard with us in your Dr. D CBD team account. And there you can see, you know, how many commissions you made, what your username is, what link to post to your store, what link to post to people that want to enroll and send to them. So it's all very easy. You can literally enroll people under you within basically 3 to 5 minutes. It's super easy, and then it's fun, and then it's, you know, it's not scammy or anything like that because you have us in a $200,000 truck driving around the country supporting all of our reps. So, you know, part of our trip after we hang out with folks up in NorCal at the farm is we are rolling into Reno where we have reps, right? So we have reps out there. We'll be doing a trip into Hawaii. We have 3 or 5 reps on the islands already, and really supporting this nationwide and global network, which has been growing as we grow. And so that's the cool part, right? Is that through all this technology, we are able to stay in touch with a nationwide and global network of friends and colleagues and business partners in a way that, you know, frankly, people that aren't as smart as us can't. You only get out of life what you get out and take for yourself, right, Matt?
Something pretty interesting we've been doing is sound healing.
This is true.
We have a couple bowls. I'll bring one out and show people what we've been doing. Steven, why don't you bring a bowl out?
This is pretty cool. So,
pretty cool.
Some of the girls
Thank you,
that
Steven.
are
Steven, why don't you join us?
some of the ladies that are the roommates of the house here, the castle, are super high functioning professionals that are in politics. So they're busy dealing with people and get stressed out all the time. So they have some body working folks, massage folks that come over and do treatments, massage while they're using CBD products and massage lotion and getting a massage. So pretty cool. And we all know that this all relates to CBD, THC being anti-inflammatory, hopefully disease preventative, as well as taking the time to meditate or work out or relax, and how that is basically an anti-inflammatory effect as well. And, you know, decreasing your stress decreases illnesses and things like that. So
that's why it's important to have high quality CBD. As we know, the body is 75% water. This technology, the sound crystal, resonates with the water in your body and can produce endogenous effects, and actually it can amplify the effects of CBD. So we know that it's good to have high quality CBD. Doctor, you can talk more about the technology, but having CBD that actually integrates into the bloodstream with the drops is very...
Why is this brand kind of worth following is because we are fully aware of everything that's out there on the market, and we're going to continue to release hero products as we scale forward. So, you know, what's the next hero product, Matt, that's going to come out? It's a CBG blend in a tincture, 750 milligrams of each cannabinoid, and it's going to be super affordable. So we have 1,000 units of that ready, and we'll be blasting that out as we bring on our new marketing team to contact our email list. So that'll be really neat. And then exactly what you said. So when you talk about water-soluble CBD, there's a wide variety of ways that it's made, and there's different companies to choose on who to work with, right? Or if you have a license to someone to use that and do it kind of yourself. So we have some good team members and good, basically water-soluble CBD products in the laboratory. So we formulate all of this stuff already into different products. So when we talk about that, that's going to be a collaboration with some different scientists that are creating that water-soluble technology, and we'll incorporate that into some tinctures as we go through the rest of this fall and winter and release those. And then we'll also be releasing some hero facial care items, as well as hero female-oriented products in collaboration with some lady doctors and things like that. So yeah, just kind of a really fun way to release products that we know sell well, that we know help, that work. And then we also have the fun of releasing products that are based off of major trends, right? We know like keto or NAD+, right? Things that are already trending, which we can combine cannabinoids with for like super neat formulas.
Some keto gummies would be cool. I like the gummies. My favorite product is the gummies.
Apple cider gummies with CBD. We'll get some of those going or something. So yeah, I mean, a lot to do.
So many new markets to break into.
Yeah, and really honestly, our body lotion is such a cool formula in our relief capsules that I'm just pretty much excited to focus on that because it's a combination of CBD and another endocannabinoid called palmitoyl ethanolamide or PEA, which has been shown in some research studies to be very synergistic and actually make CBD work at lower concentrations in animal studies. So it's cheap, it's affordable, and it's been safely used as an anti-inflammatory in animals and human studies for quite a while. And so we're actually in the lab combining this shit with CBD.
Wow.
And period. Like it basically acts like a CBD almost by itself. And there's been some big research studies on it in the cannabis, I'd say, research literature community presented. Really cool findings on how it could help in like GI, inflammatory bowel disorders.
Does it create like a synergistic effect?
It's modulating the receptors again with CBD, something like that. We'll pull it up, but yeah, ongoing research, really neat stuff. So that's why, why is it cool when you can go on and buy my product for half the price that some other product is, and my product has twice as much CBD in it, and another compound that the people that are making this other stuff they don't even know of, right? Because they didn't go.
Dr. D's always telling me
they didn't go sit at the International Cannabis Research Society and listen to the research, right? We mix up 6 different terpenes. Like we don't even just pull out the hemp derived, although we do use those sometimes. But sometimes we just focus on the ones that we have the best data on, which we know are super anti-inflammatory. So we focus on beta-caryophyllene, right? Alpha-bisbolol, humulene, ones like those. And then we're adding those at a low percentage into the mixture of our skincare products.
What do you see as the best results for weight loss?
Well, I think there's a lot of
cannabinoids do you see promise for?
Well, again, most people don't read anything.
In terms of inflammation, yeah.
Sure.
That's so important.
So, I mean, most people don't know anything when they read, when they talk about CBD because they don't read all the research and all of its effects, right? CBD doesn't just have an effect on one organ. It affects all of your organs, maybe many in different ways. So there's actually some data that CBD can stimulate your fat cells to be brown fat cells, which if you know what that means are the ones you have when you're a baby that burn more calories. So possibly just taking doses of CBD could increase your BMR basically by increasing fat cell basically composition to shift towards brown, which is a pretty cool concept.
It's pretty incredible.
And then you also just have to think about, again, one of the things cannabinoids do for people is they increase their quality of life for people, right? So maybe people are getting out of the house more or walking more because they are less depressed